Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today is Friday, October 25th, and I haven't really filmed much this month. We went to a couple little farms and things, and I filmed a little bit here and there. I might include that, I might not. But yeah, we had a convention last weekend. We did another anime con in Massachusetts, and it's one of my favorite cons ever. It was so much fun, and we were placed next to some of our friends. We also made some new friends, and it was just a really good weekend. But yeah, I was just working on clients at the salon and just trying to take whatever time I could to rest because I was just feeling so burnt out. But while we were at the con, I just started to feel a little bit better, and it was time to get everything cleaned up and organized, and it's time to make some packaging for Black Friday and winter time, and I'm just really excited about that. I don't know if you can tell from the background, but I did rearrange the office a little bit. This shelving unit here was in my closet, and I moved one of my dressers into the closet with another shelving unit. I'll show you all that later on, and hopefully one of these days I can give you like a proper tour, but I'm still trying to clean up all of my product that's on those shelves behind me. So this winter, that'll kind of be my project, and we're also going to be renovating my bedroom, which is going to be hopefully starting within the next couple weeks. I'm a little nervous about it, but I bought the paint. It's going to look amazing, and I'll hopefully show you some of that too. And I also designed some new little packaging stickers. I've got You've Got Mail one that's gonna go on the outside of the package, and then a little thank you sticker. I did actually finish these designs earlier today. I've got them all ready to go, but I have to show you a fun surprise before we get into that. So Munbyn actually reached out to me and sent me one of their thermal label printers, which is going to make this whole project so much easier. I actually already had all of these designs and everything in the works before they reached out to me, but it was honestly like perfect timing. I'm really excited to try this out. I've been wanting to get a label printer for the longest time, but just never bit the bullet and got one. Honestly, I was thinking about it earlier today, and I'm like, why have I not gotten one of these before? It would literally save me so much time. I'm not even joking, because the way that I print shipping labels is actually kind of insane. But yeah, I am so excited to open this up. They sent me a few other things as well. They did send me a box of the shipping labels, so I'm excited to use those. I do have a couple orders to pack. I also got these holographic silver circle labels. These are 2 inches. And they actually had so many different label options that I was like getting a little overwhelmed. I'm like, there's so many possibilities with these. So I picked those, and I also picked these 2x1 plain white labels so I can use them for a Please Do Not Bend. But because they had so many options, I was like, I like the silver because we were going for the winter vibe, but I also saw that they had this blue one too. So I did order this one myself, and I'm really excited to use it. So I'm thinking I'll use both the silver and the blue for this project. I think that'll be really fun. Because there's a couple different things I'm kind of thinking of, which I'll show you in a little bit. Lastly, they sent me one of these label holders as well, which I wasn't sure if I was like super interested in, but it is actually really cool. It's like a little stand, and you can put the printer on top and then have the rolls and the shipping labels underneath. So let's unbox all of this and put it all together, and I'll show you all of my new designs. So I ended up picking out the white label printer. They had a pink one, a purple one, and they also had black. I loved the purple one. It is so stinking cute, but I ended up going safe with the white one. It does match my space really well, especially with the little pink stand. It's like just the right amount of like a pop of pink without being like too overwhelming for me. And I probably didn't need to open up these shipping labels here because the little printer came with a small stack of them too. And it also came with a little USB with the print driver on it, which was a lot easier to install than I thought it was going to be. So that was awesome. And look how cute it is. I love it. Setting everything up on my phone and my iPad was also super quick and simple. They had a really easy tutorial, and all you have to do is download the app, and then that gives you access to over 1,000 different preloaded designs, which I think is so cool because if you have a small business but you don't draw like I do, there are a ton of different options, and they're all customizable as well, so you can kind of get creative with that and make everything match your brand or your vibe. So I am just getting it set up. I'm selecting the label and getting my design input. One thing I learned with this is that you can actually crop your images in the app which is super helpful for some of the dead space that I had around my little designs. And here's my little kitty. I'm so excited with how this turned out. So I had gotten that ready, but I ended up printing the Please Do Not Bend sticker first. So that's my new little sticker. I think it turned out super cute. I probably could have moved the little elements around and made them a little bit bigger, so I might do that in the future. And then I switched to the holographic silver labels, and I printed my little thank you stickers on those. I printed about 20 of each of all of them just to get started with, and I did print like one sticker at a time just until I got the positioning right. They do have little buttons to kind of nudge things all different ways, so that was super helpful, especially with these blue ones. I had some trouble getting the blue ones aligned properly. They're still off just slightly, but they're as centered as I can make them. I'm not really sure why these ones were different than the other ones in that way, but they ended up coming out really cute. And then I even made some little address labels as well. They also offer a 2-year warranty on the thermal printers, and they were also kind enough to leave me a link with a coupon code in the description, so definitely check that out if you're interested in getting one. But yeah, thank you so much to Munbyn for letting me try out this printer, and thank you so much to all of you who have been watching and allowed for this to happen in the first place. I'm so grateful. But yeah, now I'm gonna go get some cider from our local farm, and then we'll get started on our holiday cards and freebie stickers. It is now Tuesday the 29th, and I thought I'd give you a little overview of my office since I did change some things around. Here's my desk for the moment. It's not like the most organized ever, but I think it's coming together really well. And I moved this shelving unit in the corner here. It's been giving me a lot more space storage wise. There's not really a whole lot going on in these bins. They're a little bit of a mess, to be honest, but this one's organized. This is all my office materials. I've got my file folders here, packaging materials, backing cards and stuff like that, and so far that's working out pretty well. And then in the closet, I put my dresser and this little shelving unit on top, and so far that's working out extremely well for me with the paper at a reasonable height for me, and I put all of my packaging materials in the dresser, so this is working amazing. I've got bubble mailers in here and envelopes that I use for greeting cards, and then I just tossed my new little labels in here. They're so cute, but I wasn't really sure where to put them, so that works for now. And in this drawer, I've also got more packaging materials, larger mailers, chipboard, these little baggies. I have my notepad packaging so that all stays nice and flat and neat. And I think there's just photography materials in here. And then I don't think there's anything in the bottom. Nope. So yeah, that is my little room update. I did get a new printer for the greeting cards and stuff. I wanted a top loading machine so that my nice paper won't get stuck in my other one anymore. So I haven't plugged that in. I haven't tried it yet. So as soon as these designs are done, we'll get going with that. All right, it is now Thursday, November 7th. It has been quite the week, and I tried to film earlier this week while I was working on some of the line art and some of the prep that I've been doing, but I'm just feeling so anxious. I have had a really difficult time getting this prep done this week. I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm so tired. Even though I love doing it, it's just I need a break from it, I think. And I've had a really fun time working on these greeting cards because it's been a while since I've been able to draw anything anyway. So I'm loving this. I'm so happy with how they're turning out. Although I have not gotten to the line art on those three. But I did do line art on these two, and this little snow bear one is newer. It's actually a design I did in 2020, and I loved it so much, and I wanted to use that as the freebie sticker for the winter season. However, when I pulled up my design, I was like, oh, this does look really old. So I decided to redraw it in my more current style. So this line art is done. I'm going to get this colored. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the text. I might change that. As well as this one, I'll change the text. But here is my little moose. I'm going to tweak them a little bit, I think. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to color them or how the final card is going to look, but I am really happy with how they're turning out so far. So next week we'll do these three. I'm going to get coloring and get those bookmarks printing, so I'll check in with you guys in a little while. All right, it is quite a while later. I forgot to give you guys an update earlier. It honestly hasn't been that exciting. I've been dragging my feet with these bookmarks. I did get a bunch of them printed, but I only cut like half of them out. I rounded the corners on these. I still have these two and this little pile left, and then I gotta run them through the laminator again and then package them. But I also have 10 orders to pack this time. I'm so grateful and so excited. Thank you guys so much if any of you watching have placed an order with me. That's a lot for me. I'm so excited. And a couple of my keychains that don't always get a lot of attention sold, so I'm super happy about that. We got a Bill Cipher one in there, my little whale shark I gotta package up, and we've got the little raccoon as well. So yeah, I'm excited to get that done. And I've also been working on my little moose. Unfortunately, he's not going to be done in time for this weekend, neither is the other one, but I would like to get this finished up as soon as possible, and then get working on the other ones so that I can have them at least for next week's event. But I did change up the background a little bit. I decided to take some stuff out. I wasn't super happy with it, so I just decided to change it and not rush to get it done. And I'm a lot happier with it so far. So we'll continue working on this another time, but I'm gonna get these orders packed, get that finished up, and I am off to bed. Hi guys, it is now Friday, November 15th. We had Anna Main over the weekend. I literally filmed just a teeny tiny bit, so I don't even know if it's worth including, but the setup went okay. The whole weekend was kind of a bummer, not gonna lie. I wasn't really expecting a lot out of it, especially since we didn't do as well last year as we had the year before. So yeah, there just weren't a lot of people there. I was pretty bummed. I was really worried on Saturday we weren't gonna make the money back for all of the expenses for the weekend, but luckily by the end of the day on Saturday we did, so everything we earned on Sunday was profit, which honestly was not much, so that stressed me out a lot. But yeah, it's been a hard week. I was at the salon yesterday and the day before. I have not been feeling well, so that was difficult. I wore a mask the whole time. Yeah, I thought I'd be better today because I was feeling okay during the day yesterday, but I'm still a little out of it. And unfortunately, we have not gotten in this room at all this week to clean up from the little bit of con prep I had. And little miss over here is not feeling well. I've been trying to address her symptoms for the last few weeks. We are going to the vet in about an hour, and I gotta get her in her carrier. She gets really car sick, so she's not having lunch this afternoon, so she is harassing me in here. So we're gonna head out shortly. And I wanted to show you how the greeting cards are coming out. This is one that I wanted for the freebie sticker. I honestly don't remember if I talked about this already, but this one's almost done. I was working on that earlier, and I just need to finish the scarf and kind of do the text and some touch-ups and highlights, and that'll be ready to go. And my little moose is done. Again, I still have to touch up the text. I am going to do that on the computer, but I'm so happy with how he turned out. All right, you guys, it is now Monday, November 18th. I am still sick. I feel horrendous. But I didn't give you an update after the vet. We went to the vet. Everything went okay. I got some medicine for the cats, and hopefully they'll be feeling much better in the next week or two. So fingers crossed about that. And we did Elm City Small Press Fest on Saturday. That went incredibly well. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling well then either, so I wore a mask all day, which kind of sucked. I was really excited about that event, even though I was a little bit nervous too, because I've never done that one before. Yeah, it went extraordinarily well. I made a lot of really great connections. I met a lot of really fun artists, and I made out really well. I wasn't expecting anything from the event, but I did like better at that event in a few hours than I did at Animane, so I'm really happy about that. That's where we're at now, I think. Today's my brother's birthday, so last night we went out for dinner, and again I had to wear a mask, which sucked. But I'm glad I went anyway because it was a good time. And yeah, I went in today to work on a client, and I will not be offering my days off for clients anymore. I shouldn't have done that to begin with, but it is what it is. So I'm a little bit behind on all of my prep that I'm working on right now. So I'm just trying to get as much of this done as I can tonight. And then tomorrow we'll work on the greeting cards. I'm really excited about that too. I did get both of the designs done. I would love to do one more design. I don't know if it's worth trying to take the energy for that, or if I should just focus on the Black Friday sale, because I would like to do 50% off in the shop. So I want to have as much of my stock up as possible, and just kind of get everything ready and do graphics for the shop. I feel like my energy should probably be put there, but I really want to finish one more of my designs for the cards. I don't know. My cards don't even really sell that well, so I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll save that one for next year. But yeah, I am going to keep unwrapping these keychains to put away in these little containers here, just to get everything cleaned up a little bit. And I can show you the cards and some of the other things we'll be working on tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day. It's actually 7:30 already in the evening, and I have had a long day. I'm feeling much better today though. I still have like a little bit of congestion, but I'm not feeling terrible. I have gotten a lot done today. I did a lot of like admin work. I had to fix my computer today, which took about an hour and a half. Did some stuff for the salon. I cleaned. I did other housework. I also organized a lot of my shelving behind me, which I'm really excited to show you. And then it took me an obscene amount of time to get this new printer set up. So I'm glad that that's finally ready to go. So I'm just now getting onto Photoshop and putting my little designs together. So I pulled out the envelopes that I have. And I've got this 5.5 by 5.5 envelope, which I think we'll do some single cards as a 5 by 5. And then I've got the little mini cards, which I believe I have 5 by 7 paper left that I can just fold in half, which should fit in here perfectly. So these ones will fit a 3.5 by 5 card, and I think they're just a touch bigger than that. So I think I'm going to do sets of 3 and 5 of these on the website. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring the mini ones with me this weekend. I think we might just make more of the larger ones. And I did not end up doing the new design. I'm just going to stick with the 2. I had other stuff to do today. So yeah, and I've got a little list here of things I need to prep for this weekend and for Black Friday in general, but we're gonna just get going with the cards. So I input my designs, and I just made a 10-inch by 5-inch block here. We're gonna put the design on the front, I'm gonna put my logo on the back, and I'm gonna leave the inside blank so we won't have to print double-sided on these. I think I'm gonna leave them white. I was kind of excited about like maybe adding a background, but I think we're gonna just leave it white. So typically I turn the background gray, and then I make my block the color I want it, so I can make sure that that is gonna look right. And then to find the half, there's probably an easier way to do this, but I'm not like the most apt at using Photoshop, I guess. So I'm just gonna find the middle, and then I like to just fill it in so that I know where the back is gonna be, and then I just choose like a weird color, one that I know I can remove later or won't forget to remove, so I don't want it the same as the background or the front. So then I can make sure that this front piece is centered, and then I can put my little things on the back as well. So I'm going to find my logo. We'll get these 2 cards set up. That's basically all I do, and I'll show you how they look when they're printed. All right, the greeting cards have been printing, and I cut a couple out. I'll show you those in a minute, but I'm getting a little bit frustrated with it, so I decided to take a break. And I'll show you how my office is coming together. Look at how organized these shelves are right now. Oh my God, I am excited. So I've got my lanyards and enamel pins still over on this side. They're not all packaged or anything yet. I just kind of put them in there. I still need to count them and, you know, go through that properly, but that's looking okay. I also moved my packaging materials over here, and I got restocks of all of my little baggies, so we're good for the magnets and all of the things that we need to package. We've got a lot to do, actually. We've got the backing cards there, and I've got my stickers down here. We've got fan art on this side and originals on this side, and I've got some extra mystery bags for the con. I've also got these misprinted mugs that we're making into little gift mugs, I guess, for the con. And there's nothing wrong really with the print. It just was like shifted down on all of these. And I don't think it looks bad, but it didn't look normal. So I decided to make these into little gift mugs. So I've got the matching keychain, bookmark. I'm not sure if I'm going to add the sticker sheet or the sticker in there. I don't know if the sticker sheet's actually going to fit. And I had some leftover candies and things from my client gift bags that I made. So I put some of that in there. And yeah, so I got to finish that before the end of the week. I also have a nice little spot for my sticker sheets that need to be packaged. I've got prints behind there as well. I've got a nice spot for my bookmarks again. And these containers are all nice and neat. They're not all labeled yet. I still need to add some labels for the magnets here. I added the fan art magnets in here, and I've got the original ones all set, although they're not packaged or anything. I'm gonna just do a few of each, I think, but we'll see how much is left over after the con before I go out of my way to do all of that. I've got 2-inch original keychains here. I've got my mini acrylic keychains up here, and we unwrapped all of these last night, as well as all of the fan art ones. I've got minis in here, and just I have them separated for now until I can put those away. And this is my little notepad corner. I've got my notebooks here. This basket's gonna be for the little Doing So Whale pads, and I've got the Froggy that needs to be restocked. And then this is the last of my whale shark notepads and planners. I don't know yet if I'm gonna be restocking these or not. I think they're so cute. So maybe, I don't know, but I've only got 6 left of each for now. And then up here I've got my mouse pads that I unwrapped earlier. So those are ready to be packaged as well. I've got my cottage core one and then my little strawberry lemonade one. So we've got a lot to do, but I'm trying not to get overwhelmed. I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. It's fairly neat. I've got my button making supplies. I've got a lot of empty bins and everything that I can use as well. But yeah, look at how good that looks. I'm so excited. Everything's starting to come together, and I'm really excited for this winter to finally get all of the inventory and all of the shelving like properly organized and get the rest of it packaged and everything. So I will definitely keep you guys updated with that. But let's finish up these greeting cards. I got this one cut out already, and I still need to score and fold it. But I think it turned out all right. The one from my regular printer came out way better than the one from the new printer. Although I do kind of like the colors on this one. Just the print quality isn't super great. I did cut it out anyway, just to kind of get the full like visual on it, I guess, of like what it's gonna look like on its own. But it's pretty blurry, and I don't really like the texture it has on it, so I'm honestly really disappointed with that. And I'm really hoping I can return this printer because it's been a little while because we've been busy and I got sick, and I just really hope I can return it, but we'll find out. We'll try to do that at the end of the week. I'm just gonna use my old printer in the meantime, and I am a little bummed as well because I don't know that I'm gonna be able to print the mini cards right now. Not for the event anyway, but I could probably get another batch of paper in before Black Friday. I only have like 10 sheets left, I think. And this printer just doesn't like the smaller sheets of paper in there. So I don't know. I could try to play with it, but I also don't really want to waste the ink or anything. This is kind of a disaster, to be honest, but these two are coming out really cute. So I showed you that one, I think, already. And here's my little snow bear. I think they're so cute. I'm really, really happy with that. I probably could have added like some little snowflakes or something on the back, but it's too late for that now. I don't know how I want to do this. I think I score it this way. I don't remember, honestly. Maybe I'll use the other one to practice on. That didn't come out so well. Let's do that. That's a better idea. And this should be the 5-inch. Oops. Okay, don't press so hard. And I think I can just fold it over. How's that? Does it line up? It does not. Okay, well, it was a decent first try. Let's try this one. I don't know if I used the score last time. I feel like it's maybe should be here instead. Nope, I ruined it. Dang it. That's so cute though, even though I folded it like horribly. What a disaster. Why am I like this? All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna just fold this in half properly. And then I'm gonna take my little thing, which I should probably clean. And I'll fold it like that. And pray it turned out okay. The score definitely looks better, but I just can't get it in the right spot. Yeah, that doesn't look super great either. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Oh my god, but they're so cute though. Oh, I'll get this to work. I'll get this to work. Okay, you guys, it is almost 9 o'clock. I think I have to call it a night because I've messed up way too many of these cards. The printing is fine. It's just now I'm trying to score them and they look horrendous. So, sometimes you just have to call it a day. So I think I'm gonna go to bed and I'll try these again probably on Friday because I've got clients for the next 2 days. But this video is already way too long, so I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. Let me know what you think of the cards, and if you have any suggestions of better ways to fold these, let me know. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.